Hello, my name is Wyatt Marks, and I interviewed Jesse Meldrum. His company is Meldrum Consulting and Safety. He started this back in 2010, and what he does is they are a third-party consultant for larger construction companies, where they offer certifications, trainings, and other consulting services to these larger companies. Jesse worked in the construction industry for a long time before he started his company, and realized that there was a clear need for this, and that most of these companies were teaching these trainings with somebody within the company, and that nobody was really doing this as a whole. So he's recognized that and started this up. He had some early mentors in his career, Todd Manley and Val Kramer, and he said that he was just asking questions every day, learning as much as he could, soaking up knowledge like a sponge, and knew that if he could learn as much as he can about the industry, that would make him more valuable. So he began to go to conferences on the AGC. He sat on the board of directors for the Associated Builders and Contractors, and what this did was not only did it give him knowledge about the industry, but it put him in the right place at the right time to meet the right people to get his name out there. And Jesse mentioned that that was a big part of growing his company, was building a reputation for himself. And though he sold a service, a lot of it was selling himself as a person, as somebody that could teach these classes, right? There could be multiple people that do this, but Jesse realized that if he could do this himself and build himself up, that would make him and his company valuable. So, like I said, marketing early on was a lot of word of mouth, a lot of tapping into nonprofits and construction services organizations, going to conferences and different meetings to pitch his idea to these companies. His very first customer was actually just a friend in the industry, somebody who had already trusted Jesse, and Jesse trusted him. And so once he did that first job for that company, others saw the value that it brought, and that brought in more clientele over time. He was told me that he had to finance his own company. He is the sole employee of this company, so it was all on him to finance that, and that was tough early on. But he dipped into his own savings to finance this, and now it's up and running and doing very well. Some mistakes that I asked him that he made very on is that he grew too fast too soon. Being the sole employee, he thought, all this growth is great, but it became to a point where it's unmanageable. And so when I asked him what he would do different, he told me that he would ask for help, and that it's not a bad thing to ask for help, that it's okay. And that, he would, if he could go back and do it differently, that was one of the main things that he would do. That success requires planning, and a lot of planning and a lot of time. So just taking things slow and not jumping in too quick. And I asked him what his keys for success was that he really wanted to build his reputation, and that was one of the biggest things for him. So that when the word of mouth came by and everybody started speaking about Meldrum Consulting and Safety, that his reputation was that he delivered high quality work. Some of the concepts that impressed me the most was the fact that Jesse was selling himself as a service, right? His reputation was everything. So, and then another one that impressed me was how he got his name out there by going to those conferences and going to these different board of directors and meeting those right people at the right time. Another was that he not bite off more that he can chew, and that asking for help is okay. And so these are concepts that I plan to take into my own venture, I will ask the project engineers, laborers, and operators, and just listen to everybody, attend these conferences and meetings, and to just get my name out there. And then also just ask for help. I know that not just in the construction, but in the technology and marketing and all the different aspects that will be required. So I really appreciate the time I got to spend with Jesse and all the knowledge that he shared with me.